Hey guys, I'm Maddie Miles and welcome back to my YouTube channel MJM Studio. Today I'll be showing you how to incorporate color theory into your artwork. I'll start by explaining some key color concepts and then we'll take a look at how to incorporate those by using a real example. All of the materials I'll be using will be linked in the description below if you want to follow along. Without further ado, let's get into it! First things first, it's important to understand our primary colors. I'm sure since a very young age you've heard of your primaries being red, yellow, and blue, which is true. These are our traditional primary colors and can make up most other colors like our secondary colors. But the mixing of these colors may not get you the same variety of results as when using the cyan, magenta, and yellow color palette. Let's take a look with the help of a color wheel. As we look at red, yellow, and blue, and the ways they can be mixed together to create our secondary colors, you can see this orange is a beautiful bright orange. The green is nice and bright and everything is cohesive. But notice how when mixing this purple, it's not quite what we picture when we think of the color violet. Instead, it's much darker and muddier. In contrast, the cyan, magenta, and yellow palette will give you overall much brighter colors. So keeping the yellow, I'm going to switch out the primary blue for cyan and the red for magenta. You can use whatever colors you'd like, and neither palette is better than another. It just depends on what colors you like, what you want to work with, and ultimately what gives off the effect and mood of the art you want. Your use of palette determines the basis for your whole artwork, so it's important to take it into consideration. I encourage you to spend some time playing around with color whenever you get the chance, just to learn about what you like. So back to our color wheel, when mixing the magenta with the cyan, you can see the vibrant purple that it makes, compared to the purple using the traditional primary colors. For my second tip, I want to introduce you to the concept of analogous colors. Analogous colors are any 3 to 4 colors that are directly beside each other on the color wheel. These colors will always look good together, and they mix beautifully to make up a complete chunk of the color spectrum. As you can see, when I mixed the cyan and yellow here, I created a lovely selection of greens, teals, and aquamarines. Analogous colors are an easy way to make your artwork more interesting by increasing the number of colors in your picture that all work in harmony. Next up, the last thing I want to talk about is how to utilize your knowledge of complementary colors. But what are they? Well, complementary colors are the colors that are directly across from each other on the color wheel, like the ones we made above. Now, let's see what they look like when they're mixed together. As I'm adding them to each other, we can see that they look pretty muddy. Adding the complementary color will do that. That's because it neutralizes the colors. This makes what is called muted colors, which are just less vibrant versions of the original ones. And just like all colors, everything is on a spectrum, so depending on how muted you want your colors, you can change the amount of the complement you add. Complementary colors are a beautiful thing to incorporate into your work because rather than just adding black or blue when you want to create shadow colors, using the complementary color adds depth and realism to create something that really stands out. Let's take a look at how to use our new knowledge of primary colors and the color wheel, analogous colors, and complementary colors in a painting. I'm going to be painting a red apple. I'll be using watercolors here, but the concepts are the same for any medium. It's just the techniques that may vary. The first thing I'm going to start with is what is called an underpainting. This is a watercolor technique used to create dimension and build up our colors into rich, vibrant shades. Essentially, an underpainting is a base layer of the complementary color that will be layered on after. In this case, because I want the apple to be red, I'm going to use the color opposite on the color wheel to red, which is green. I want to paint green where all of the shadows are going to be. So as you can see, I'm building up the layers, but letting the paint dry in between so I don't tear up the paper too much. I'm putting more and more layers of paint where I want the shadows to be the darkest. Another thing to note is how the leaf of my apple is going to be green, and so, just like my apple, but opposite, I want to make that underpainting red. Now I'm going to go over it with my red. This is the very beginning of where we can see an apple taking form. It's not going to look so hot right at the beginning though, because like previously mentioned, adding the complement will neutralize the colors and make it appear sort of muddy. But the more layers of paint I apply here, the richer it will look. But it doesn't stop at red. Remember when we learned about analogous colors? They're an amazing technique to use to add interest and life to your art, which is exactly what I'm doing here. I'm incorporating some analogous colors like magenta, orange, and yellow to enhance this apple and take it a step further. As I build up those colors, you can see the layering start to work its magic, and once again, I want to do the same thing with the leaf. I've got some yellow and blue in there, even though to the naked eye, we might only see green. Okay, so let's take a step back and review what we've learned. First, our primary colors are the base of the color system, which can be simply displayed through the color wheel. Any 3 to 4 colors next to each other on that wheel are called analogous colors, and they can be used together harmoniously. Lastly, by using complementary colors for shadows and dimension, your art will automatically look so much more captivating and realistic. Finally, I've added a few more layers of variations of red mixes to make this apple rich in color, and then we're done. Hey, I'm Maddie Miles, the artist behind MJM Studio. Thanks so much for watching my video on color theory. I specialize in acrylic landscapes and animals, and I love transforming special photos and moments into artwork you can hold onto, whether it's a favorite place, a pet, or a meaningful memory. Each piece I create is fully custom and painted with care to capture the feeling behind it. I started this business out of my love for painting and a desire to share that passion through meaningful, personalized pieces. Check out my website linked below to see more examples of my painting and to get in touch if you want me to create something special for you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.